split brewing. You understand? And because of that, I think there was a decision or a miscommunication between both owners to say of if they should have taken the dance. I don't Keith didn't never want to take the dance because he knew that he would, at the time, he was the one that cut the dub. You understand? And he knew that he would have been on tour with Squingy. So no preparation would be able to be done for the dance. You understand?
Okay.
And so therefore he was saying, boy, he's not into taking that dance, And this is based off what I'm hearing.
Yes.
So I can only repeat what I'm hearing. And Bonnie decided that, well, they're gonna go ahead with the dance. So that's basically what I know of it. Because I know Keith and Squingy was away at the time of the dance.
Okay. All right. So after that dance became the very dramatic Splitsville, I would say.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That was it. That was the deciding factor of the split, so to speak.
Right. And were the selectors that went with Bunny, it was their choice to go with Bunny? Was there any group meeting? Was there anything that, Squingy, Keith, Bunny, Lenny, Glamour G, did everybody sit down in one place and say, you know what, this is, you take this, you go here? Or was it just, Mina come back? Like, was it an aggressive split?
To be honest, I can't give details of that.
Okay.
I wasn't there.
No problem.
I mean, anything that I'm going to be saying would have been hearsay, and hearsay don't really stick out in this kind of situation.
No problem.
All I can say is that it was apparent that Glamour G and Lenny, they were playing dances that Bunny was dealing with, and which didn't go down well with Keith.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, it's like, that's what basically caused the whole breakup of the Glamour G and Lenny for the sound and everything. Okay. To what I understand.
No problem.
I was not there. I don't want to quote that.
Yeah. All right, no problem. We move on from there still. When there was an episode where Squingy went up to the box, went on the box and fell down, was that the Mobe?
Yeah, it was actually on the scaffolding. Yeah, so it's World Clash 2007.
Yes. And what were you think, like, what was the immediate response and what was like?
Well, the thing is, it's just stubborn, because we knew that he wasn't 100%. You know what I mean? And when he said, when he walked over to the scaffolding, he looked back at me, and I was shaking my head. I said, no bother with that tonight. You understand? And he just decided that he's going to do it. You understand? But what actually happened, it's not like he went up and he slipped or anything to fall, What had happened is that he went up, and the scaffoldings, that's where the lightings for the whole, place and everything is on, right? And apparently there was some raw wire that was there. So when he reached up to hold on to the other part of the scaffolding, the raw wire was there, and of course, the scaffolding is aluminum. So when he reached up and hold on to the raw wire and it brought it down on the aluminum, it shocked him. So he let go. And the let go now, it was so drastic that the other hand could not hold his body weight. So that's how he fell off of the thing.
Oh, history again. You see, we learned the real deal now. It wasn't a slip. It was a shock.
Yeah, no, it's not a slip. It's not a slip. He actually let go because he got shocked.
Okay. Wow. Listen, can you take me? I want to go to a dance that Bass Odyssey lost. I know it's different because it's always about winning, but can you take me to a dance that Bass Odyssey, we lost that dance?
Oh, well, but else we lose, man.
Only.
But the funny thing about the dances that we lost is that the problem that Bass Odyssey had, right? Not really a problem, but the thing with Bass Odyssey is that because we were so dominant with new tunes. We
Yeah.
were lacking with foundation tunes. And you know, most clashes those days, no matter what's going on, it's gonna go to a tune for tune, right? So we
Right.
would have led a lot of dances from start to finish. I mean, have the dance on fire from start to finish, and then lose in the tune for tune. You understand? So we
Oh,
lost a couple dances that way. But the difference with the whole thing is that our dominant performance was so, you know, so different.
oh, he froze up. Oh, he froze. Okay. No disrespect. I'm just gonna try boot him out to see. I'm just gonna boot it. I hope he restarts his and stuff like that. Wow. And this is I think this is amazing, man. I think this is so cool, you know. Thing. Mighty Crown, yo, yeah, probably a call coming in. I think this is so amazing. Big shout outs to Smash 49, who's always here. QMC, if you're here, right? DJ Banks. So that was, we found out Bass Odyssey's weakness. The only weakness I think they probably had. His tune for tune. Sample King is here. What am I doing now? What am I doing now? Good vibes. Please tell me. I'll ask him. DJ Genius, how you Worm was here? All right, big shout outs to Worm. I think this is just Billy is here. Nastra, big up yourself. All right, here's Mark. Yeah,
Yeah, Wiz.
yeah. So you're saying that basically, it would you consider your weakness was only the tune for tune?
Yeah, that was our weakness. That was our weakness. The tune for tunes. You understand? Because you know the difference, the thing with Bass Odyssey, in those clashes is that we played our rounds so consistent and so dominant that it's like the crowd would always be patiently waiting. Even if the other sounds them not going with nothing, it's like the crowd is patiently waiting for Bass Odyssey. Because them know so when we come back in, it's going to be fire again and all those things. But
Yeah,
because those days, as I said, it wasn't the case where who dominated the dance or who won the most rounds. Most dances had a mandatory tune for tune. So that's where we would have lost most of our dances.
right. What? Okay. So, you know, for a sound system of Bass Odyssey, you had so much sounds, selectors, mixers in a time. Can you tell me, I mean, I think Mark Squingy was the leads of it. Was there tiers or levels of it? Not to bring down or disrespect anybody, but was there, you know, Keith would say if there's this kind of dance, it has to be Mark. This kind of dance, maybe Glamour G or somebody. Was there a difference of that, or was it just, you know?
Well, in my time on the sound, it's only obvious, you know, is that once you have your two main selectors, if a dance comes up that is of utter importance, then you're gonna want your two main selectors to be there. You understand? And you have times where, you know, everybody in the team knows that once is a clash, so to speak, you know, it's gonna be Mark and Squingy because, you know, you want your A team, so to speak. You know, not that we're having, you know, we're segregating anybody, but you know, facts is facts in that we were the main two on the sound system. You understand? So for representing the brand, you would want your main two to be representing at all times. You have cases where even on regular juggling dances in Jamaica, you find that promoters would be requesting that me and Squingy be at the dance, and it couldn't happen because there were two sound systems, and the two promoters that have the dates want both me and Squingy, and it was impossible for the both of us to be at the two dances. So what had to happen most times in Jamaica, most cases, Squingy went to one of the dances, and I went to one of the dances, just to kind of alleviate the fact that um, the promoter would feel good to say, all right, at least we get one of the selectors, you know what I mean? Or one of the main persons. But the difference with me and Squingy though, is that we never took the glory for ourselves. You understand? And that is one of the things that has made Bass Odyssey strong over the years. We never took the glory for ourselves. We always introduced the other selectors that were on the song and put them in the prime spotlight. Therefore, we playing most dances, some dances we would just go and play earlies and let the other selectors play late. Because that would give people and the promoters confidence to say, well, if Mark and Squingy confident them youth have to play, then if them come up with dance, everything all right. And that was one of the strong backbone for Bass Odyssey.
Oh, Mark. Is he there? You good? You can
Yeah.
hear me, Mark?
Yeah, man, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, man. Okay. There was an era where, like, Charlie Black was there on the sound. How did that, come about?
Well, he wanted to work on the sound, and he approached Keith. I think he called him or something like that, and basically was looking to work on the sound. And in most cases, in those times, I was like the recruiter. Yes, and so whenever there was somebody new coming on the sound, they had to go to dance with me, and if I passed them or give them a pass grade, then they're good to go. You know what I mean? So when he contacted Keith, we were playing. The first night he played the sound was a dance in Hanover. Hanover. I don't remember exactly which pub. I remember that it was Hanover, and he went to the dance with me, and he worked and did his thing, and basically we realized that we knew him from Warlord days and everything, that he could do his thing. You know what I mean? But not everybody can leave from a sound and go on the next sound and adjust properly to bring that level of standard that is expected. So he did good. So me tell Keith, say, yeah man, he's bad man, he can do anything, and that's how he came out on the song.
Okay. I remember playing on a dance alongside you, 9 Miles. I think Bob Marley's I think there's something for Bob Marley, like
from it, yeah.
Yes. And I saw when I played it was nice and vibes, but to see the love that Bass Odyssey, that Bass Odyssey had, it's tremendous, and I acknowledge that forever. I take that because I was there and I witnessed it. And it's just, did you think that Bass Odyssey represented all country, not just Sentans, not just,
The entire country. We all represent Kingston, but then probably don't like it, but we represent all Kingston. Yes. but we were the country sound.
right?
Because as I said, as what Squingy would say, is 13 country and 1 town. So we had the 13 country to represent. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes. Just for clarification, I don't want to get it. Just for clarification, there's a lot of people asking questions about, was Lenny the lead MC or whatever, but I don't think you were positioned on the sound in that era of time.
No, I wasn't there when Lenny was there. Yeah.
Right. So that's why I don't want to. That's why I keep telling people we don't really ask about those questions, because he wasn't there at the time. So I just wanted to clarify that. I just wanted to clarify that for people, right? So, Bass Odyssey is a thing. Why did it's a moving force? You have Mark Movements now. Are you not
Yeah.
still in any association with Bass Odyssey, although you have your own sound now?
Unfortunately, no. There has been what you could term as somewhat a bad vibes, where I'm doing my thing, they're doing their thing, and it's like, they're not playing with my sound, and basically that's just it. We don't communicate. You have one and two on the sound that will link me and out of respect and everything, and we talk and everything, cause I mean I care feelings. I mean, I have no time for that. I mean, I'm focused
Okay.
on building my brand. You understand? I have some young talents around me that the brand that I'm building is not really for me. You understand? Because I've been there, done that all over the world. I'm trying to get expose these talents so they can go and experience what I've experienced, try to achieve what I have achieved, so to speak.
Right. Mark, do you ever think there would ever be, I know it won't be the exact same, but do you ever see that there's anything that could be close to a Mark and Squingy again?
I don't know. I'm old. I'm always. I don't know if I'll be playing so that long enough to get that to get back that
No,
opportunity. You
no,
know what
but
I mean?
not even you. But not
Oh, you
you,
mean
but
like
maybe
that?
do you see
You mean
anybody
like
else
with anybody out
that
there?
could be like you
Of
and
course, it's
Squingy?
possible. It's possible. It's possible. There's a lot of good selectors out there and MCs. You know what I mean? Is once a person is determined to achieve and reach greatness, they can. You get what I'm saying? You just have to put in the work, and be dedicated. The problem with a lot of young selectors that have the talent, that have the potential to reach to those levels is that they're not really doing it for the love. They're doing it for the hype and the money. So because of that, if they are on a sound and once something slows down and it don't look like it'll go on, they've gone to jump ship because this now bring the popularity and the fame they what they want. You know what I mean? But you have to be able to stick with your sound through thick and thin. You understand? And eventually you'll reach where you want to reach.
Right. Shano. Yo, I'm just gonna say it's like I've played alongside yourself. Like I was very close. I was real close with Glamour G at first, right? But I've known you for a while, you know.
Right,
And
right.
it's just to see. His sound is called Mark Movements, correct? That's what your sound is called.
Yeah, yeah.
So for those who just come in, we've discussed the Firelinks dance already. You keep asking me, we have discussed that already. So there it is, Mark Movements. That's it right there. All right. We've discussed that Firelinks movement. There's been so much dances at Cave Valley. I don't know, like I'm asking, trying to ask him about some things. Like I said, Mark Trend, Snapchat. We discussed the Bass Odyssey Firelinks dance already. We've discussed that. You should have jumped on the live right away. You got to be on the live right away. You see the new, and now you're not really in conjunction with Bass Odyssey because you say there's bad vibes. Is that with you and Keith or you and the selectors?
Um, Everybody,
Oh,
basically. It's like we just don't link. We just don't link. It's not a case where it's a bad vibe to the point where, if we see each other it's like screw face and all them something. No. We just I do my thing, they do their thing, we pass each other, we just go about our business and don't see each other, basically. You know what I mean? It's
okay,
sad
okay.
too. It's a sad reality that it's that point, but you know what I mean, life goes on.
Yeah. Listen, Mark, I've taken up your time in the night. I appreciate everything that you've done. Um, you know, a lot of people want to hear about certain different little dances, but I I'm telling them I've already discussed with you what we're going to talk about and what we've done, and we've done that. We've accomplished that. Our one question, you're cut, of course, Mark Movements is cutting dubs for your sound, and you're building your team, correct?
Full of dub, man. Full of dub. You know, me, I go bring my little creativity to my dubs and everything, because, you know, if it's one thing I know, I have a standard with cutting dubs from even Bass Odyssey. Everybody, you know, you see the songs that Bass Odyssey have. Yes, and we always bring our
Right.
level of creativity to it. So, you know, that's the same thing I'm doing with my own right now. You know, but as I say, I'm doing it to try to get my young selectors out there, you know, so that they will have their 5 minutes of fame, so to speak.
Yeah. You know, so when you have DJ Mark Movements, do you want to have more of it going as a clash sound, or is it going to be a juggling sound?
But my sound?
No, Mark Movements.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I started out juggling because, you know, in Jamaica especially, you have very few clash dances nowadays. You understand? It's more parties and juggling. You know what I mean? So we started off with the juggling vibe because we wanted to build that juggling fan base. So eventually when I decide to clash, at least I'll have a fan base that knows about the sound, know how we play, to have them supporting us in a clash. You understand? Eventually it's
Yeah.
gonna go to that. But I mean, no, I take for clash, you know. So I am not gonna just be quick, even though I have a lot of dubs. I'm not gonna be just quick to run into a clash because I'm not going into a clash to lose. You understand? So I'm going to be making sure that I am fully prepared to how I know I need to be prepared in order to go into a clash, which is almost there. Almost. When I say almost, very much almost there.
Very much almost there. What do you think of the clash world now? What do you think of the whole, you know, the Mighty Crowns and the Sentinels and the dynamics and those things? What do you think of the world of clash, how it is now? Because of course it's been totally different than when you were doing stuff.
Yeah. The clash vibes has slowed down a lot in terms of crowd, you know, attending clashes. You know what I mean? I think the whole entertainment level has dropped, you know, from our era of clashing, so to speak. And I mean, with our era of clashing, you find where there's vibes right through. Yeah, you might have one or two songs where, you know, not really keep up on the standard of us, but there was a constant vibe. There's something that the people can look forward to. Yeah, I mean, nowadays clashes, I'm seeing clashes and it's like I'm almost sleeping watching the clashes. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't know if they're not putting in that work, that entertainment factor. Don't get me wrong, you know, there are a lot of clashes that are kept that are bad. You know what I mean? But majority of them is like they're lacking some form of the entertainment part of it. And I think it's because a lot of the sounds and the selectors especially take it too serious. So they forget about that they're actually entertaining a crowd. You know what I mean? Them start take it personal and tell them one another about them one another and probably carry feelings from long time and all them things there. Them things they don't work in a clash. You get what I'm saying? It's a part of entertainment. You need to, even though you're competing, you're still being paid to entertain.
Wow. Wow. John Oster. So almost ready to, you think you're what, 6 months, 6 weeks to take on the big leagues of this whole industry?
Yeah. Well, we're looking at next year because no matter what, this COVID-19 has shut down everything. So it's still not going to be before
Yes,
next year.
yes,
Yeah, I
yes,
mean,
yes. I understand. I
it's not gonna
understand.
be before next year. But
You know, you know, Mark, when I talk to a lot of selectors, especially the giants of them, and I'm going to ask you about one or a few more questions and call it a night, because I don't want to take advantage of your time. Clash seems to be a dangerous issue back then that we in the other world didn't know. Like it was like very dangerous because even Lynx told us about a time was, I guess I'm wondering if that was the Cave Valley dance where, you know, he had to run, leave the sound. You see what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
saying?
That was the game valid. Yeah.
Were you there? Were you there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can you give us your rendition like, of what happened? Of what you could
All right.
recollect happened?
All right. What happened with that dance? That dance was a very hype dance. Yeah, we were just coming off a world class victory, and Lynx was doing him thing, and so it was a very hyped dance. Um, the thing is, Lynx, as far as I can remember, um, when we reached the dance, Lynx was someone told us that Lynx came a long time and was in his car sitting down. So when me and Squingy reached the dance, we basically Squingy addressed the crowd and everything, and me and Skinny was playing some early songs and thing. I think Damien was there with Skinny playing earlys. You understand? And then eventually when Lynx came in, the clash started. But I think Lynx came into the dance late, and I think the reason why he did is because regardless of the fact that Lynx is a giant in the business and everything, he knew that he did not have the dub plate capacity or quantity to match up with Bass Odyssey. So I think he was basically buying time before the clash to start the clash, because the later the clash started, he would have had more dubs to play. So anyway,
Oh,
you know, the both sounds were playing, and of course, Cave Valley is our town. So, we're going to have the fans, no matter how you want to take it. That's just a home town advantage, right? And Lynx was there playing, but he wasn't going on with anything, you know? And it reached a stage where we played around and destroyed him, you know what I mean? And he came back in and was struggling. So when he finished playing the round and Squingy, we basically said, yo, we're going to lock him off. While Squingy was talking, Link started to talk while Squingy was talking. And Squingy said, yo, my youth, see, you just don't play. After we time to play, just put on the mic and shut up, man. And he continued talking and pressing his lick shot and all them, something there. And Squingy said, promoter, come and tell Link, say, we just lock off him so make we play. And Squingy basically was, getting upset, so to speak, right? And Link still continued to talk. So Squingy said, all right, here are Links. Or, I think he said to the promoter, as a promoter, you see any old Links that lock off him sound, I go put on the mic and I go walk out and dance. And everybody in the dance, I go walk out. And Links still continue. I think the promoter came to Links and Links didn't continue to do what he was doing. You understand? By disturbing our round. And Squingy just said, all right, people, time for go, and he just put on the mic and walked out, and the whole entire dance walked out behind him, right? Now, there were a few patrons in the dance who was upset because of the fact that Lynx didn't allow Bass Odyssey to play. You understand? And they were basically getting angry, so to speak. And Lynx started talking and said, oh, I run Bass Odyssey after I run Ray. And somebody in the crowd threw a bottle in the direction of Lynx, right? And when the bottle went across, whoever came with him, I guess was behind the sound, the bottle connected in his face or something like that. And Lynx said, I want to do a war in a while, get the guns.
Lynx didn't know.
Yeah,
Lynx
so it's like,
yeah.
when he said that, it's like, of course, people are run up and down, and he was moving like I think he went to one of the maintenance crew and hold on to the maintenance crew, and like he had his hand in his waist like he had a gun, which we don't even have a gun. Yeah, sir. But
No,
he was pretending that he had a gun.
Yeah.
Right? And the maintenance crew, I think the maintenance crew, because I was seeing all of this, the maintenance crew boxed him on his hand and realized that he had nothing there. And the maintenance crew started to draw one machete from behind out of his waist, which is a good thing. So the machete
Lynx did not lie.
Yeah, right? So when that happened and Lynx realized now, so he's one man against a lot of people now. he ran out of the dance. And in running out of the dance, the gateway of the dance, rain had fall earlier the evening. The gateway of the dance, they had a board across the gateway. And he didn't see the board, and he bucked his foot on the board and dropped on his belly and slide a good little distance in the mud. You know what I mean? Because the momentum carried, he pitched him that way, and he got up and he ran. Because we didn't even see when he was running. And the funny thing about it, there were some people that came. There were some people that came over the sound with like a 2-before board to try to mash up his thing, And it was me and Keith that went around his sound and stood up and said, yo, no can't mash up the man's sound. You understand? Because they wanted to mash up the sound because we mash up the dance and whatever. And we said, no, we can't do that at all because we don't want it to look like we were instigating a war to mash up him things. You get what I say? So that's exactly what happened. And him leave the dance. We didn't even know what time he come back. Because by the time he come back, me and Squinty did gone, or me did gone. You know?
Yeah.
The people were so
Links never lied.
Well, I mean, him shouldn't have a reason to lie because it's not like it never happened like that.
No, he said it. Links didn't lie. Links didn't hold back nothing. But it's just great to hear the two sides of the stories from two great icons. Listen, my final question, because everybody wants me to keep everybody on the live, like the man them don't want to relax at them thing there, but I don't want to do that OD. I don't want to OD my time.
I remember say me and the MC, so me not good at the talking.
Yo, so what I'm gonna do is just ask you, in your opinion, right? In your opinion, who do you think the top 5 selectors in your opinion are across the globe, or the top 5 that you faced?
You have to determine, because you remember you have selectors and you have MCs, so you have to determine that part because selectors are different from MCs.
Can you say 5 MCs? 5 MCs then?
Yeah. Well, definitely, number 1 is going to be Squingy. If not, but you know what I mean. He has proven all of his career, that he is the dominant one. Of course, it's going to be the 5 that is known to everybody. You have Mataran, you have Lynx, you have Trooper, and you have Fire and Panther. So that's basically is where it is. Those MCs were responsible for taking the sound clash business from selectors, from DJs standing around sounds and DJing to actually entertaining, the MCs entertaining in the clash. They replaced the DJs that used to burn sounds for DJ and clash and all them something. You understand? Those MCs were responsible for taking it to a different level in the sound clash business. And you have to give respect to them no matter what.
Yes. Mark, listen, no matter what, and I know those 5 are absolutely of great character. To me, all selectors are great characters, but you as well as one of the mixers, you are absolutely one of the greatest that I've personally seen, that I personally know. And I just want to say maximum respect to you for everything that you've done, how you've taken a sound from the country and brought it to the whole world so that we can all love and we can all appreciate. And your dominance with you and Squingy and the rest of the team, absolutely fabulous. People don't understand that I've been talking to you for almost 2 hours, and that's a long time for Mark to talk. And I don't want to violate our friendship by overstepping my boundaries and stuff. I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much for what you've done in the business. And I appreciate you and I respect you to what you've done. And it's an honor for me to talk to you. It's an honor for me to talk to you. So thank you, Mark. Anything you want to say? Anybody you want to big up Mark Movements?
Yeah, well,